we begin tonight with yet another movie-like script from the KEMSA scandal that gets more bizarre by the day. Earlier today, members of parliament were told how one man secured a 1 billion shilling tender from the Supplies Authority in just 24 hours. James Chelulei, who is the director of Ksh1b, was grilled by a Public Investments Committee on his inexplicable influence at KEMSA and why he failed to file tax returns as required by the law. And as our very own Elfas Lagarde reports, it emerged that the company was barely 3 months old when it won the tender. Take a look.
To the part, if you look at the responses.
For hours, the Public Investments Committee grilled the Ksh1b Limited Director James Chelulei in what is now becoming a ritual of bizarre tales around the KEMSA COVID-19 supplies scandal. Chelulei hard pressed to explain how he landed a 1 billion shilling tender to supply KEMSA in just 1 day using a company that was barely 3 months old.
A month later, you get 1.3 billion, unless that's a company a world that lives in Mars. This company was properly registered to defraud Kenyan money, taxpayers' money. There was no relation.
Chelulei told the Watchdog Committee that he heard about the KEMSA tender for PPEs and related items through his client's trade shop, Edumat and Bennett Ventures, and subsequently wrote an intent letter to KEMSA. He then received a commitment letter to supply 100,000 PPEs and an additional 100,000 KN95 masks worth 1 billion in a record 24 hours.
James, are we being unfair to you to ask you that somebody definitely is behind you to do this kind of thing? And you are a small fish, there are bigger fishes behind you.
This company, being a new company in the market, was specifically registered with an intent to defraud, to expropriate, to misappropriate, to pilfer Kenyans of their hard-earned money.
The truth which I am trying to give you as feedback is not being accepted.
Ksh1b paid 687,000 shillings to the taxman for 60% of the supplies that were imported and supplied to KEMSA. Members of the Public Investment Committee pushing Chelulei to explain the disparity in figures and failure to pay monthly tax to KRA.
You've not even declared that you actually supplied. Usually when you invoice, you have to declare to the taxman that I invoiced this amount of money, isn't it? The VAT returns are this. Am I right? Okay, now I put it to you. Have you declared at all that you've made any sale to KEMSA?
We've not declared because we've not done invoices to KEMSA, and neither have we received any payments for the supplies we did to KEMSA.
KEMSA Procurement Director Secretary Pamela Kaburu, while appearing before the committee, said she was instructed by then CEO Jonah Manjari to backdate a commitment letter awarded to Ksh1b. Chelulei told the committee that his firm, only 3 months old at the time, sourced PPEs from Techwise and Career Logistics, both of them Chinese companies, and was unable to file returns since he is yet to be paid by the Medical Supplies Agency.
The delivery notes that were not checked, they could not check things that were not there. And on the same note that they were not tested for quality.
We were doing imports, and we were not doing specifically for KEMSA. We were doing for our businesses, which we still do today. If you walk to our offices today, you still buy a mask, you still buy a PPE, you still buy an hospital bed. So it is only maybe coincidence that we did KEMSA, and we are still doing other products.
The committee has now given Chelulei 3 days to furnish it with more details and names of individuals suspected to be behind Ksh1b's unexplained influence in winning such a huge tender within such record time. The Public Investments Committee is part of the multi-agency team that is probing dozens of companies who irregularly acquired lucrative tenders at exaggerated prices that could see the taxpayers lose in excess of 5 billion shillings. Elfas Lagarde, Citizen TV, Nairobi.